Today I will tell you the story of the recently released film Knock at the Cabin. It is a great apocalyptic psychological horror film by my favorite M. Night Shyamalan. 7-year-old Wynn is vacationing with her parents, Eric and Andrew, at their remote cabin in rural Pennsylvania. While staying there, Wynn is approached by a mysterious stranger named Leonard. Initially, he seems charming and explains that he needs Wynn and her parents' help to save the world. However, while Wynn and Leonard spend time together catching grasshoppers, she becomes suspicious when 3 other people show up with makeshift weapons. She gets scared and runs away from there to her father in her cabin, and tells them that 4 people with weapons are coming towards them outside. Then she brings both her fathers inside the cabin and locks them up, then explains the whole thing to her father. But they are not able to understand why Wynn is saying this. Only then there is a knock on the door. Eric and Andrew approach the door and Leonard tells them to open the door from outside. But they refuse to open the door. Leonard has the names and all the information of those 3 and they are on vacation now. He asks to open the door again and then Eric and Andrew get shocked. Leonard says that he has very important work to do. They see the weapons near them. Then Andrew wants to call the police but all the lines are dead. And this thing is known to everyone outside because they only cut the line. They get scared and Andrew says that he has a gun. But Eric doesn't know anything about this. Actually, the gun is kept in the car, he tells Eric. Outside they are talking about breaking the door. Then they close the cabin completely and hide. Now they try to enter the cabin. A woman walks in and Eric then starts fighting with her. She knocks him down and Eric gets hit on the head. Andrew steps forward and by then Ron Weasley has also entered. He fights with him in which Andrew knocks him out. Leonard grabs Wynn and tells him to stop. Then we are shown the scene of the past. Andrew had met Eric's parents. When they left there, he understood that his parents were not happy with their relationship. But Eric didn't care about these things. And there they vowed to be together forever. In the present, the 4 ties both of them, and Wynn sits with them. Leonard tells that they have come there for work. He has no choice. But Andrew is furious with them. He says the time has come, then all 4 would come in front of them. Then there a woman comes forward and tells them that her name is Sabrina. She is from Southern California and has come here leaving her dear sister alone. She has come to talk to both of them after spending all her savings. Then Leonard comes forward and tells them he is from Chicago and is a 2nd grade teacher. Along with this, he is also a bartender. Then Redmond tells that he lives in Massachusetts and he works in a gas company. He wants to kill them, but Leonard tells him that according to his vision, we cannot do so. Andrew and Eric don't understand their talk. Then a woman named Adrienne steps forward and tells that she is the chief cook in a Mexican restaurant. She likes to feed people and has 2 cats. All 4 of them had never met before. Eric tells them that he doesn't want to join any group. The group foresees an impending apocalypse, in which Leonard claims that the oceans will rise, a pandemic will spread, the sky will fall, and finally, eternal darkness will envelop the earth. The only way to prevent this is for the family to sacrifice one of their own. They are warned that, although they will survive the apocalypse, if they do not make a choice, they will be the last people alive. Eric and Andrew suspect that the group is lying, and that the attack is motivated by hatred and delusion. Leonard tells that he understands their condition, but this is the truth, and they have not come here just like that. Andrew says that none of us will give life. They get scared and Leonard tells them that if none of them dies, so one by one they will sacrifice their lives. And first, a tsunami will come into the world and then a disease will spread. After some time the sky will burst and in the end, the whole world will be covered in darkness. The whole world will end with this thing, but all 3 of them will be alive. To see the whole world in this condition, in which the first thing will begin from the first death. Andrew finds all these things nonsense, and they will not do anything like this. Then Redmond comes in front and kneels down. Then puts a white cloth over his head and Eric, who is concussed, sees a figure of light as behind him, seeing which he cries. He says he is giving his life for humanity. Then the other 3 beat him to death with their weapons. Wynn gets scared of this thing. Andrew and Eric remember when they went to adopt Wynn. Then he was very happy and Wynn liked him a lot. Now their family is complete, as Andrew had said. In the present, Leonard is scared and he vomits. Redmond's dead body is then brought out, and they start cleaning the house. The director of the film, M. Night Shyamalan, is seen in an advertisement turning on the TV. Media reports show devastating mega tsunamis, which Leonard declares is the start of the apocalypse. Video footage is shown a tsunami hitting the Oregon coast. Eric asks Andrew how is this possible, and Sabrina is horrified there. Leonard asks the next day to take the decision of both as soon as possible. Eric remembers when the three of them were coming to the cabin. Then he was quite happy playing his favorite song, Boogie Shoes. They came near the cabin and they liked that place. They were enjoying a lot taking a bath in the nearby lake. Presently, Sabrina bandages Eric's head injury, and she apologizes for all these things. She tells that whatever they are saying is the truth. Eric is sad, then Sabrina brings him out and ties him up. Andrew and Eric talk and one sneaks out of the cabin while no one is noticing. But Leonard catches her and he brings her back. He asks her never to do this again. He tells her they are also scared like her. Andrew tells that those people have come after him to take revenge, because he remembers Redmond once attacking him in a bar. His real name is Rory and he's homophobic. For this reason, Rory was imprisoned. Then Adrian tells that they have met for the first time, but Andrew is not sure about this. Leonard tells them that he believes in his vision. He doesn't know about Rory, but his visions can't be untrue. Andrew says that those people are very bad and are torturing innocent people. Leonard then shows Andrew a photo of his basketball team. He tells that he is a coach and he works to teach children. And whatever is happening now is actually his compulsion and he has to do it. They all had seen visions of the end of the world for a few weeks. And to save the world, they had to find Andrew and Eric. So they found each other, and they have come here to save the world. Andrew, Eric, and Wynn are sad there. Adrian feeds Wynn the next morning and asks her to come to her restaurant sometime. She promises to serve her best dish. There Andrew asks those people to leave them. Wynn gives Eric a knife and all three appear before them. Adrian states that now it is her turn and she has to save the world. Eric says that you can leave from here, and nothing will happen to you. Adrian breaks down in tears, and tells that she had seen her son burned to death many times. She wants to save her son Charlie, and so she requests all three of them. But Eric also refuses. Adrian sits there and puts a white cloth over her head, and both of them take her life too. When Leonard takes her from there, Sabrina's condition worsens. The disasters continue, as a deadly flu virus, which is particularly dangerous for children, spreads across the world. Eric tells that he too had seen some strange visions. Leonard asks about this. He then tells that he saw a light when Redmond was being killed and there he saw visions. Andrew finds this thing nonsense. He says that the news is fake, which is pre-recorded and is being shown to them. Leonard is behind these things. There Eric points to one and then one starts screaming there. Then Leonard goes to pacify him. Until then Eric cuts the rope and gets free. Then he starts fighting with Leonard. Andrew manages to escape, retrieves his gun from his car, and shoots at Sabrina until she flees. He then comes in and threatens to kill Leonard. Seeing the gun, Eric remembers that they both met in a bar many years ago, and both of them were talking about their love. Redmond comes close and abuses them, and then he attacks Andrew. Then he left, and then Eric took care of him. His head was treated in the hospital, and since then Andrew had started living in a rage. That's why he had bought a gun, so that he could protect them when the time came. He finds Redmond's wallet and proves to Leonard that he was Rory, and he tells that he had come only to take revenge. Leonard agrees with him, but he does not know how he got this vision. Sabrina breaks into the house and is shot fatally by Andrew. Then he brings Leonard to the lavatory and locks him up. Inside he starts breaking the window. Leonard tricks Andrew into coming into the lavatory by making him think he escaped through the window, and then overpowers him, stealing the gun. Leonard sacrifices Sabrina and the broadcast shows spontaneous plane crashes occurring around the world. Even when seems to be getting these things right now. Due to the fall of the plane in the whole world, the cities are being destroyed. Eric is now scared because of whatever is told in the news Leonard already knows. Andrew says he is a liar. How could he know these things? Leonard tells that he has seen all these things many times in his vision, and there Eric also finds these things correct. Andrew tells that the end of the world may be true, but nothing is connected to the death of those people. Then Leonard asks them to walk outside. Now Leonard is about to take his own life. He informs them that after his death, they will only have a few minutes to make a decision before it is too late. Eric tells Wynn to hide in a nearby treehouse. Then Wynn leaves from there. Leonard tells that he also does not know why he got this vision. He sacrifices himself by cutting his own throat. Upon his death, the sky becomes even darker, and lightning strikes, causing fires and more planes to crash. Eric now believes that the events are real and that the intruders represent the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Not wanting Wynn to grow up in a destroyed world, Eric offers himself as the sacrifice. He reveals that in the light during Redmond's sacrifice, he saw a vision of Andrew and an adult Wynn. Eric feels that their family was chosen to make the sacrifice because their love was pure. Reluctantly, Andrew shoots and kills Eric before lightning strikes, setting the cabin on fire. Andrew and Wynn find the visitor's truck with belongings that corroborated their stories. They drive to a crowded diner nearby, where they watch news reports confirming that the disasters have subsided. Returning to the truck, the radio turns on and plays Boogie Shoes by Casey and the Sunshine Band, the song Eric played for them on their drive to the cabin. And with this scene, this film ends. If you like this video, then please like it. Subscribe to this channel as well, and if you like my work, you can support me by donating on Thanks. Thanks for watching.